What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. As always, thank you to all the people who subscribe. Thank you for everybody who enjoys the channel and enjoys all the content. If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe now. Today we are going to talk about living with drop foot, having drop foot, and if you're new to drop foot, what to expect on your journey of drop foot. Drop foot is usually due to, I believe, medical and accidents. Me personally, it was an accident that gave me drop foot due to my broken pelvis. So if you want to know my story, you haven't checked out my other videos on the broken pelvis, you can go check it out on my channel. Tips for people who are new to drop foot. Right off the bat, it's a different kind of experience. It's pretty much when your foot, this is normal, your foot pretty much will be like this if you have drop foot. So you'll typically drag, or you'll typically, have muscle problems, or you typically, you just can't walk, period. Or you might be on crutches or in a wheelchair. It just depends on your situation. But drop foot's not fun to live with. If you have drop foot, you know this. It's not fun to really do anything with. And if you can't move your foot at all, it is very difficult to drive. You might have to use hand controls. You might have to, drive with your other foot. And if you want to know more about hand controls, if you need hand controls, you can go to my channel, and I should have a hand control video on my YouTube channel. Let's see, things to avoid when you have drop foot. You want to avoid cuts, burns, bruises, or any kind of sores. You don't want those if you have drop foot and you are new to this. You really don't want to have none of that. Having a sore on a foot that doesn't work anymore, or a limb that doesn't work anymore, is a really bad thing, and it's going to lead to a lot worse. So you always want to make sure you take care of your foot or your arm, whatever it is that you have, but typically drop foot. You always want to make sure you take care of your drop foot. You protect it. Me personally, my foot is always covered. I'm either always wearing a sock or a sleeve. I never really expose the skin to much unless I'm sleeping, because too many accidents can occur, and if you can't feel your leg, you will scrape something or something can bite you. You really don't want that. You really want to stay away from bugs and all that kind of stuff. It's really not fun to catch something in the leg that it's really not fun to catch something in the leg that doesn't work anymore. To keep your drop foot, from stiffening up on you, you want to go ahead and stretch it. You want to rotate it all the time, every day, a few times a day. You want to work it out. You want to put a little bit of pressure on it. You want to stretch it a lot. Yoga, stretching, exercise, I always say a lot about that. But stretching it out, and doing the motions of a regular foot, it'll help you a lot in the long run, and it'll definitely help you from stiffening up on you. You don't want to stiffen up when you don't have a foot that's operable. Or you don't want a foot that stiffens up on you when your foot no longer works and you have drop foot. You want to avoid stiffening up, because that could lead to worse problems. Something that people experience a lot when you have drop foot, sometimes, just in having drop foot, your feet start to kind of change color, your feet swell a lot. Sometimes you might even have ugly feet, or a ugly toe, like your pinky toe might start to turn black, or, a lot of times a lot of people have poor circulation in the foot. So you always want to make sure you stay with good circulation and working out, and really rotating, basically treating the foot and your leg like a regular foot. Like, you basically want to treat the foot and the leg like a regular foot. So you want to work it out, you want to stretch it, you want to do all of that stuff to keep your blood flow good. Because if you have poor circulation, your toes might start to turn black if you have poor circulation. So I would advise you just to work out your drop foot just like you would a regular foot. And also be careful of walking on it or even working it out. You don't want to break it or cause more damage. And sometimes with causing more damage, you might not even realize that you are causing damage. So you want to just listen to your body and always check it. Always make sure you don't have any bites or you don't have any cuts or sores, because they can get infected really fast. Another thing is pressure. You want to make sure that you're not putting unwanted pressure on your foot when you have drop foot. A lot of people tend to, when they're sitting down, to really put a lot of pressure on their leg. And if you have a leg that doesn't work and you have drop foot, or a foot that doesn't work, you don't want to put a whole lot of pressure. You might want to sit with one leg here, one leg over a lot. I sit like that a lot because I don't want to have pressure sores, because getting a sore on a drop foot is a really terrible thing. You might lose that leg one day if you get a sore or have a pressure sore, and you're always putting pressure on it that you may not realize it's even happening. So you always want to be careful of that. So today, guys, that's a quick video about my tips about drop foot. And living with drop foot pretty much sucks. It's not a good thing to live with, but there are things to do to help. You always want to just work out, make sure it's healthy, make sure you don't swell a lot. You always want to just take care of that foot. Me personally, I think you should always keep it covered. If you're up or active, or if you're not in the bed, your leg should be covered, because something could bite you and lead to more damage. So that's my tips and tricks on what I do and what you can do if you're new to drop foot to prevent any problems that you may have. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for tuning in. Go subscribe, go comment. Anything you want to know about drop foot, just comment down below and let me know. Peace.